You got the iPad, Sam.
Well, I had the iPad.
It's gone already?
I left it at my friend's house in Rolla, Missouri. So if anybody's there, hit up Adam. Because
wait, so
you know how we talked about how I couldn't get the 12.9 inch version? Guess which version I left? Guess which version I brought on the chip to be my main computer? So yeah.
Oh, Sam, you left the 12.9 inch iPad at your friend's house in Missouri.
I think I'm going to let him use stamps.com to send it back. Use promo code
if you get it back.
For the free scale.
If you left it at my house, I'd be like, oh, sorry, I lost it.
Yeah, I know. He's a good friend. He told me he would protect it. It is really funny. Here's the thing, John. I could not believe how unimpressed I was by the new iPad. And this is something I never say about new products. It usually wears off in a couple weeks. Maybe it's because the iMac is so spectacular and even the new Apple TV remote is like tangibly new. There is just nothing that would make me, and John, I always upgrade to the new iPad, and I'm going to keep it because it's the newest thing, and I know it has more power. And
your friend's going to keep it is what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Adam, I better get that back. But here's the thing: the M1 is just palpably useless right now.
Listen, I think you should just hold up and wait a couple weeks for Dub. I think you should just hold all your thoughts, all your negative feelings, and just wait.
No, I know. That's why I said right now. Okay. I didn't say don't ever buy this iPad Pro. I'm not saying this is a stupid decision. I'm saying right now I used it. And speaking of the thing that was the most impressive, the mini LED display was nice. I will say not nearly as impressive as I thought it would be. I guess the screens on the iPads were just so damn good.
I mean, did you watch anything worth watching, like any HDR content that really gave you the look?
I don't really like HDR content, so no. I mean, you can tell the black levels are better.
Same.
Regularly.
I've been afraid to tell people.
No, HDR sucks, dude.
Yeah, I feel
YouTube,
the
interface, it darkens the rest of the screen to blow out the HDR. It's god awful. People upload an HDR and it hurt. I literally click off the video most of the time. Like, I'm being honest with you.
It does not have to look like that. That's not what life looks like. Why you do that to me?
It's just too much. I'm surprised, but no, I'm not surprised. I'm glad that you agree with me. Because I was also kind of afraid to say that out loud because it's like, this is a new technology.
Yeah.
And for landscapes and things, yeah, I love watching HDR. But I'll be honest, if it's a dude talking about an iPhone, if you're indoors, I don't see the point of HDR. If you're outside shooting, I would say that's completely different. Indoor HDR doesn't make sense because you're never going to get the spectrum of light or color generally that like HDR would help with. I mean, you could put a lot of stuff in the background and make it colorful, but HDR hurts. It's just too bright. And that's all I get from it is that it's bright. So I haven't watched a ton on the iPad.
But overall not impressed.
No, and I've got the 11-inch right here, which is cool. And honestly, I can't believe
is the 11-inch even harder to recommend though? Because there's not even the benefit of the mini LED display in that one. So just like, why?
Yeah. Center stage is really cool. Actually, I didn't think I would like it.
You should have used it for this. You should have used it for the show.
Would it work on Ecamm, I wonder?
Don't see why not.
Maybe we should try it next week. Yeah, maybe we should try next week.
I'm pretty sure it's like, really cool. I'm pretty sure it's native. Just within the device, so I don't see why it wouldn't work. Okay. I thought you were just gonna leave. You're just dipping out.
I gotta go. Peace. But yeah, I don't know what it is about this new iPad, and I was really excited for it. I mean, am I missing something? The mini LED on the 12.9 inch?
No, it's just we hit peak iPad like 3 years ago. And that's the issue. We already hit peak iPad, and we can only make a better iPad. Like, there's just not much you can do. You can only hit peak iPad one time, and everything after that is just like, okay, it's even better now to look at Twitter and like send an email super fast. Oh, that email went out so fast. It's so fast going out there. But I think once we have some limitations lifted, Apple, it'll be easier. Especially, I mean, dude, you cannot tell me This fucking machine gets the M1, gets 16 gigawatts of RAM, and is just going to fucking use Twitter. You can't tell me that. That's bullshit. No. They have to have bigger and better plans for iPad. And if they don't, then we should just stop iPadding at this point. Just iPad Pro releases, and then no new iPad Pros for the next 10 years.
I mean, they're very lucky that like Dub is happening soon, or I would actually be like a little more upset because dude, I just was so I just couldn't believe how like bored I was of this thing. And yeah, I had the 2021 already. Now, if you're coming from, but honestly, John, even from a 2018, I don't know, man. I mean, even from the 2018 to the 2020, we went from A12X to A12Z, and then we just get this insane processor, but absolutely nothing to show for it. And
okay,
again,
here's a question.
I'm reviewing this off of what I know right now.
Right.
And what we know right now is that it doesn't make sense.
Here's a question.
That's what we know.
If you're one of those people that they're like the iPad Pro is your machine, like it's your everything, like you're a digital artist and your whole workflow is off of iPad Pro with your Apple Pencil or whatever, or maybe you're a mobile video creator where you edit off of like LumaFusion on your iPad Pro or something like that. If this is your machine, is it worth the upgrade then? Or do you think the 2018 model is still, or even 2020 is just as good and can get you through your workflows just without having to upgrade to this new M1 machine?
Sure. If you're somebody that is doing video editing on an iPad Pro exclusively, I don't know how or why you would do that right now. But if you were, or you did a lot of Photoshop work, yes, like everything will render and export a crazy amount faster. But the only case where I think it can seriously replace your computer for creative work, I'm not saying for like people that just go on the internet, check their email, download apps, that's if you get the 12.9 inch.
Yeah.
12.9 inch is $1,100 now. It used to be $1,000. It's now $1,100.
Which is like at that point, dude, just get a MacBook Air.
Yeah. This is where I'm going. On top of that, you want to make it a computer. So you're going to buy the $350 Magic Keyboard, which will bring the total cost of ownership up to $1,450. And it's got an M1 inside, John. You could save $400 and get an M1 MacBook Air.
And Mac OS that isn't as limited.
This is the point. And it's why I'm just like actually confused by this device because I don't get why you would buy. If anyone, this is creative people, regular people asked me, should I buy the 1450 iPad Pro Magic Keyboard with the beautiful mini LED display and things like Center Stage, or get a MacBook Air? Without even thinking, MacBook Air.
I mean,
Air. It's $1,000 for the same thing.
The only way I would
the other one
consider
look cooler.
The only way I could recommend, go for the pricier iPad Pro would be if you're one of those people that likes to, hang on, there's my iPad. If you like to just, do this and then walk away, like
yes,
having that
nice.
is really great. Like having the option to, it's literally 2-in-1. You get two different experiences, having just the iPad, or being able to put it on the Magic Keyboard. I think that's great, but that's like the only reason you should consider paying more for that. Otherwise, you're far less limited with a MacBook Air.
Yep.
And I mean, of course, this might all sound stupid in a couple months.
It probably will. I'm praying that it will.
There's no way that it makes.
I want to be wrong.
It can't make we're struggling to make sense of everything right now. I mean, obviously, there's got to be a plan. Like Apple's, it's not this. Like they can't be as blind as they look right here.
Mm-mm. Dude, I hope not. Please don't. Please don't make me have spot this new iPad with M1. Because I still don't feel like there's that much that pushes I didn't think there was much that pushed iPad OS to its limits, and then they threw M1 in here, and it's like, if the bar was here, and the processor threshold was here, I didn't really feel it was pushed to its limits. Like if you double that, the bar's still here.
Yeah.
Like nothing has Let's hope. Let's hope. I'm optimistic. Listen, I'm with you. I just right now feel like the 12.9-inch iPad Pro doesn't make sense. And I'm never someone to be like every year, even last year with the 2020 iPad Pro, I was like, yeah, I really like this device. But then you look and it's like, well, not that much change there. The microphone's got a little bit better. You got the wide angle camera. You got LiDAR. I mean, not that much change this year. I truly thought the mini LED was going to be stunning. And from what I've seen, it's good. It's better.
It just doesn't seem worth all the trouble that it's been. The fucking iPad is delayed into infinity because there's production issues with mini LED right now. All that's delayed on the back end. You don't get that much. It's not cheaper. Like, you're not getting that much benefit from it. It's very confusing right now. The iPad Pro is in a very weird spot.